guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm renovating this apartment, which is one of the Fashion District apartments or one of the Chic Street apartments. You can see the address in the top left hand side of the screen. So of course, as always, if you want to place it in your game, that's where it goes. But for this apartment, my idea was to do something for a student because I am waiting the announcement of university. There's been so many leaks on very legitimate websites that have, I think, leaked before in the past. It's not something I really keep track of, but I do watch like Iron Siegel's news channel to try to keep up with things. So I think that's correct. Either way, I'm really excited. I do hope that university is the next expansion pack. I really hope if we do get university and we can go live in dorms, that the dorms are somehow customizable. I really would like them to be, if we can't build them from scratch, which would be ideal, but if we can't build them that way, hopefully we can renovate them like we do the apartments in City Living, because I feel like it'll make it feel as if we have more apartments in game, because that is definitely something I personally really would love to have more apartments, because it's one of my favorite things to do. They're one of my favorite type of videos to make. I love decorating them and trying new floor plans and trying different styles and basically all of the above. Everything about apartments I love. It's one of my favorite places to live in game. Like I love them. I want more of them. So hopefully dorm rooms would work similar. If not, I would love to build them. But since we didn't get apartments that we could build from scratch, I imagine dorm rooms and dorm buildings would be the same, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, it's not announced, so I don't even know if that's going to be the next expansion, but of course, like I said, there's so many leaks. But I really wanted to make it feel cluttered and lived in. I was trying to make the furniture not look overly expensive. I wasn't trying to decorate on a budget, but I don't think it's probably too expensive to buy this apartment. Of course, when you go to play an apartment, you don't have to worry so much about the furnishings. You just have to buy the furnishing initially, and then your weekly rent is still exactly the same. So I imagine it's pretty cheap. But either way, here you can see I'm cluttering up the kitchen area. I really wanted to have these open shelves. I've been completely obsessed with using kitchen clutter at the moment, and I've been also really obsessed with going through the debug menu and finding objects that won't spoil, so my Sims won't want to clean them up and they won't stink and have all of these green lines coming from them. So everything that I used on these shelves, as far as I'm aware, will not spoil. I found these plates and bowls and I'm really excited about it. Of course, I did use the OMSP shelf to stack them up, so if you don't have the OMSP shelf and you want to use those plates and bowls, it might be a little bit difficult to get the same effect, so I would highly recommend downloading the OMSP shelf. It's linked in every video description of mine. You just have to go down to my Q&A section. It's a very short section. I really need to update it because I get a lot of like frequently asked questions. Or did I say Q&A section? I meant frequently asked question section. Either way, you guys will find it in the description. But yeah, it's a very handy tool. It's the best. I highly recommend for anybody that enjoys building to download it. Even if you don't really enjoy building, but you like to add clutter, it's very handy for adding clutter because you have so much control. It's amazing. But yeah, I was really excited to find those plates and bowls. The only thing that did spoil is the soda can on the counter. I think I replaced it before I uploaded it to the gallery, so it'll still be there just because it's cool decorations. Actually, I might actually just get rid of it because it's going to spoil, but it looks nice in the screenshots. The coffee cup doesn't spoil, it's next to it though, so I will leave that. I was thinking that the soda can didn't spoil because I was pretty sure recently when I was playtesting a build and I used a soda can that it didn't spoil, but unfortunately it did this time, so I don't know what's going on with those because I used the closed ones. And I was thinking that the closed ones were fine. It was just the open soda cans, but either way, it's not that big of a deal. I really liked using this couch. I don't like this couch normally because it's the base game couch that comes in like 1,000 swatches that look like plastic. It looks like the most uncomfortable couch in the entire world, but I really wanted to go for a cheap couch. And at some point we got an update that gave us a few different more textured swatches, and it makes the couch so much better. It still looks like a cheap, not so comfortable couch, but just having that little bit of texture is really nice. I really hope that they update the rest of the swatches to have a texture to them So I feel like it changes the couch completely. It looks really good, and I loved it in this peachy color. I love just going for this light color scheme because recently I've done quite a few builds that have a lot more blacks in it, and I really just needed to do something that was light and bright with lots of soft woods and creams and whites, because it's definitely my personal taste. I like a lot of light woods and softer colors. I think it feels so bright and cheerful. But I actually did another apartment that was for a witch, and hopefully you guys have seen that one. I used custom content by Harry and Felixander. It's totally the opposite style to this apartment. It's very dark, almost kind of gothic and witchy. It's really cool. I'm definitely really proud of it because it's not a comfortable style for me, and it's not really a style that is my personal taste. So I feel like anytime you're decorating out of your own preference, like your own style preference, it becomes a little bit challenging, but I'm really proud of the way it turned out. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you didn't see it, definitely check it out. But yeah, I kind of struggled with the hallway in this apartment. I really wanted to have an open archway leading into the living room, but it felt kind of awkward and I wasn't sure what to do about it. But I think in the end it actually looks okay, especially once I placed that guitar, because it made it feel not so awkward. I'm not sure why it changed, but it did. And then over here is going to be the bathroom. In here I have a stand-up shower, a toilet, a sink. I cluttered up the sink area like crazy because I felt like that was kind of maybe fitting to somebody who's in school. They don't really clean up after themselves that much. Of course, that's not true for everybody. There's definitely clean students, but I felt like it made it feel more lived in, and maybe they're always rushing out of the door to go to school, and when they get home, they probably have a part-time job, so they're probably exhausted after going to school and then working, so they're not really worried about cleaning their bathroom. So they just have their makeup and everything strung about. And yeah, again, I went into the debug menu, pulled out a bunch of makeup clutter that I thought was really fun to use in here, and I just absolutely love this bathroom. Oh, this tile. I wanted to mention the tile that I used because this tile came with an update very recently where we got some new windows, a new archway, I think some new doors. I forget exactly everything that came with that update, but it's a base game wallpaper and it's really, really pretty. I think I like every single swatch, but this one in particular, I really liked the orangey top to it. It's like a yellowy, orangey mustard almost. Not quite mustardy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really, really nice. And something I was wondering, and I was going to check, but maybe some of you guys know, do we have wallpapers that match the top of those tiles? It didn't really matter here because I didn't want any plain wallpaper to match it, but I was thinking for other builds, it might be kind of handy to have a matching wallpaper that goes with it, but I don't know if we have any. But either way, the tile is beautiful. I love all of the different variations, and I was really excited to use it in this apartment because I've only used that tile a little bit. I mean, I used it quite a bit in my townhouse build series if you guys were watching that recently, but other than that, I haven't had too much of a chance to use it. But anyways, here I am working on the bedroom. I love the way this bedroom turned out. I was trying to do something with the headboard and this bed. I was trying to get creative because I was really inspired by Harry CC of that bed, but yeah, I don't know, I didn't make it work in here. And I like the bed even without the high back on it. It's just a really pretty bed. It looks very comfortable, and I love how the comforter's like draped to the floor. It's just so nice. And so I really liked using it in here, and the colors worked perfectly. And I also like doing the open closet with this clothing rack that we got from the Moschino stuff pack. And then other than that, I do a brick accent just as a little bit of different texture to break up the stark white walls. And then I also placed this shelf above the bed that I thought looked really nice. I used this bulletin board with some postcards, and I decided to use the postcards that came from My First Pet stuff because I really like the pictures on there. Of course, if you don't have My First Pet stuff, we have tons of base game posters, bunch of base game postcards, but these ones I like how there's the option with the Eiffel Tower and the pyramid, and there's a few different sceneries that I thought were really cool. And then other than that, I placed a candle, that hand reference, some books and some flowers, and I think a snow globe. I was going for this like travel-y look, and the snow globe looks like it might be, I don't know if it's the Golden Gate Bridge or maybe another bridge, I'm not sure, but it felt like maybe it was like a famous bridge or something. I think it's actually probably supposed to be the bridge here in San Myshuno, but I was pretending it was a bridge somewhere far away from SimLicy though. But over here I do something kind of interesting. I use this stack of pillows and this chair and merge them together. It's not perfect. The chair might not even work. I'm not sure, but I wanted to try it out and I think it actually looks good. Of course, if you don't like it, just the stack of pillows, but I tried to hide them with this wall and then a lamp, and I think it actually turns out pretty nice. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased with the way it looks and really pleased with the way this whole apartment turned out. So hopefully you guys will like it too. It's a very simple, not overly decorated. Even though I added clutter, I don't feel like it's an overly decorated apartment, and I think it would be perfect for a student living in SimLicy. Hopefully though, we will hear about university soon and I will be able to start some dorm room decorations. That would be, oh my God, that would be so much fun. I've actually gotten a lot of requests to do that, but I just don't feel like it's that necessary without proper university. So hopefully that will be coming. But anyways, we're going on to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
You make me nervous. I think I might be hooked on you. I love the things you said to me. It seems like you like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. You make me anxious. I think I might be stuck on you. I love the things you did for me, it seems like